The people who influence you are the people who believe in you. Henry Drummond. Society has a big influence on people nowadays due to all the events that have occurred over the years. The varied events that occur over time have a strong impact on people's everyday lives, making them who they are now. The reason I am who I am today is because of my family. They taught me to stay ambitious even when times get tough. Family and society contribute to the creation of who each person is today. Throughout history, there were many major events that took place, but the most important that has an influence on me was 9/11 and Sandy Hook. Despite my young age, during 9/11, this event had led to quite a few changes in the way the world is. 9/11 caused the amount of security to increase a great amount. Air travel is a serious problem now. People are demanded to walk through big scanners to make sure no weapons are present. Also, everyone must take off their shoes and everyone's belongings must be checked. There are more and more police officers that are posted around the airport to ensure nothing goes wrong during flights. These things make me appreciate how well our country handles rare situations. I feel so much safer knowing that the security has increased dramatically from this crisis. In addition, Sandy Hook was when the poor innocent children were killed in a school shooting from a crazy man who walked right into their school. Ever since this happened, schools nationwide have been more aware of these things and have taken part in ways to help prevent this from going on again. This has made me more aware of the tragedies that happen in our everyday lives. It has shown me that everyone must take caution of their surroundings because things like Sandy Hook can happen to any school. A big part of society today is social media, which began in the 2000s, and when it started, it began to change the lives of many people. Social media is a big reason why people do not send letters, engage in as much face-to-face communication, or even speak on the telephone. Society has changed tremendously because of the people using texting and other social media websites to communicate with each other. The impact it had on me is a big one because now I feel that I can talk to people that I do not get to see as often. Although I do not get to see people who live in faraway communities, I feel that social media is something that enables us to be able to stay in contact. Social media has played a very big role in my life. The older generations grew up without the technology that we have today, which goes to show how much my community has changed because of social media. Snapchat is another thing that has contributed to the changes in our society. Snapchat is a way for people to be able to communicate through pictures and videos, chatting. People all over the country now use this app because it is a good way for people to stay in touch like all the other social media websites. Snapchat can be used for good but also for bad. It is a way to send pictures of anything whom anyone can see. Society has become addicted to social media and using different apps on their phones. I see Snapchat as a tool to communicate with our friends, and it has shown me that communication is very important today. My family has influenced me by far the most in the world. Having an older brother has taught me a lot throughout my life. Seeing my brother grow up, I see what to do and what not to do. It has taught me a lot to stay true to myself, and no matter what life brings you, you can get through it. I have someone to look up to now, and seeing him grow up has made me become the independent, caring girl I am. Throughout my life, there have been many things that have taken place, good and bad. For example, my grandfather died at a young age. It took a toll on me and my family, but it made me aware of how short life can be. I know that right now he would want me to live my life to the fullest and enjoy myself. His death has had a significant impact on me by changing the way I look at things. Now, I look at things in a brighter way, which I am very sure would make. Furthermore, being a student has really taught me to have respect for other people and appreciate the education that I receive. Having an education is really important, and some people are not able to get one. Although school is tough and I do not always want to go, I know that it will help me in the long run. I have learned that not to take things for granted because not everyone has the same things they want. From the volunteer work that I have taken part in shaped my learning and helping abilities. Doing this helped me teach that doing something nice for someone who did not ask for it can make a person really happy. Being a person who is constantly traveling to both near and far places is a huge contribution on my life. Traveling is something that I really enjoy doing. I like to see beautiful scenery that I not normally see and enjoy how each town's culture is. Exploring different towns such as Chicago, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Springfield, Vermont, and many more places makes me more aware of the different kinds of people in the world and how they live their lives. I feel like traveling makes people more familiar with their diversity of new people and allows me to get out of my comfort zone. Although I have never traveled outside the country, I know that I have a chance to explore many variations of cultures that I belong. History, family, and society are the main reasons as to why I am who I am today. Life takes me in many different directions as I grow older, and until I find which way I want to go, things always change. My family is a huge part of my life. They taught me most of what I know and brought me up to be independent, smart, and considerate. One day I dream to become like my parents because I look up to them, and someday I want to have the experience they did growing up. Sometimes I hit some rough patches during my life, but my family was always there to guide me through them. I'm constantly being influenced by my peers, my family, history, and the society I live in every day. In life, nothing ever turns out like you imagine it will, but society is the reason we are who we are as individuals. No matter where life takes you, I have learned that you can get through anything, no matter the circumstance, if you just believe in yourself because all the people around you believe in you too.